Hello, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Now, take all this with a massive pinch of salt. Some of it I can believe, but it comes from someone that I don't believe. Like, the source is not particularly good. And it strikes me as a we got this covered scenario. Now, we got this covered as a notorious shit rag that basically either comes up with the obvious things or just makes up crap. This strikes me as, it just seems kind of obvious. The rumour is Rosario Dawson was given a warning when Gina Carano got fired. Well, yeah, I can sort of believe some of that. You know, it's not in the realms of impossibility, is it? Let's be honest. And the source is Daniel Richtman. I mean, it's been very hit or miss from him for some time. Very hit or miss. So take it with a pinch of salt. A big one. Also, side note, ladies and gents, I released a short film, Bjorn and Frida. It's a prequel to Blackfields. You'll find it linked above and in the description box. Check it out. It's a bit of fun. I enjoyed it anyway. Shot and edited entirely in 12 hours. So, and with no budget because I wanted it to be a surprise. But check it out. YouTube doesn't notify people, hence why I'm letting you know in a video. This article is linked down below, and let's read along together. So, a recent rumour claims that Disney and Lucasfilm issued a warning to the Mandalorian actress Rosario Dawson about a month after they fired Gina Carano and lied about her. This new rumour comes from Scooper Daniel Richtman via small screen. Again, he's been very hit or miss. You only have to... The proof's in the pudding with respect to some of the stuff he's come up with lately. It's been real garbage. Richtman claims Lucasfilm is afraid Dawson will be next after Gina Carano, considering her past, so told her to be careful. Now, like, again, I can conceivably think that some of this is true, like her getting a warning. I can see. But then the wording here doesn't make any sense. Lucasfilm was afraid Dawson will be next. Why are they afraid? They're happy to fire people. If someone's afraid... Why would Disney and Lucasfilm be afraid? They just wouldn't fire someone. They're afraid of what? The outrage mob? What? All of, like, a couple thousand people on Twitter? I mean, that's just so moronic. So moronic. Now, I know that they're all about PR, but what would Lucasfilm be afraid of? They would just simply fire her. She hasn't been put into production with Ahsoka yet. It's not actually in production, as far as I'm aware. It's not actually shooting right now. So there's not much to be, afraid? I don't know, it's weird wording. You know, that's why I'm like, yeah, probably not. He previously scooped back in December that Disney wanted Carano to issue an apology in order to get a Mandalorian spin-off show. Right? And then we got this covered, and this is what I mean, we got this covered. Fucking I hate we got this covered. We got this covered reported that Richtman posted to his Patreon, Disney told Gina Carano she needs to apologise if she wants her own spin-off. Richtman had previously claimed that a Cara Dune spin-off had already been cancelled. And we got this covered. Scott Campbell wrote, Insider Daniel Richtman is now claiming that the Mouse House has nixed any plans to have Cara Dune headline her own Mandalorian spin-off, which was widely speculated to be one of the countless Disney Plus Star Wars shows in development. Now, Carano confirmed that Disney did indeed try to get her to apologise in an interview with former New York Times columnist Barry Weiss, but it wasn't around the same time. Earlier on last year, before The Mandalorian came out, so it wasn't... Yeah, I mean, that's not the same time anyway. They wanted me to use their exact wording for an apology over pronoun usage. So, not the same time. Not the same. She continued, I declined and offered a statement in my own words. I made clear I wanted nothing to do with mocking the transgender community and was just drawing attention to the abuse of the mob in forcing people to put pronouns in their bio. Perfectly reasonable statement to make. And so we'll get back down to this whole situation with Dawson, because that's the main point of this, isn't it? As for Dawson, that's the background, I guess, on why Daniel Richtman's probably, you know, a bit bollocks. As for Dawson, she's been targeted by the woke Twitter cult as well, after she was accused of transphobic assault in a lawsuit. Now, that's been dropped. The person who initiated the lawsuit has dropped it. Now, look, if Dawson's on the chopping block, so is Bill Burr. So is Bill Burr, because of what happened with Bill Burr recently. And I've done videos saying, yeah, Dawson is probably going to be next. Or at least next in the eyes of the mob trying to get people cancelled. But the wording, this wording, I never understand it. This wording it sucks. Lucasfilm is afraid Dawson will be next. They're not going to be afraid, they just simply won't do it. They don't have to kowtow to the mob. They just wouldn't do it. Now, I can believe that they probably went, hey, look, Dawson, watch yourself. You know? Just that. And I'm sure they probably said it to everyone as well. I'm sure they literally did a blanket statement to everyone on their roster. It was like, hey, look, guys, look what's happened to Gina Carano. We are watching you guys now. Just be careful. I can believe that. Probably a reminder of, you know, conduct contracts and things like that. Now, Dawson would address the accusations with Vanity Fair in November 2020. She stated, well, firstly, I just want to say I understand that and why people were concerned and are concerned. I would be too if I heard some of those claims. And then she shrugged it off, basically just saying, look, I've got no idea. They're a family friend. What do you want about all the claims of the, you know, transphobic lawsuit and stuff like that. And then, yeah, people, after Gina Carano, because again, I did a live stream on this, but after Gina Carano was fired, everyone was like, right, now they need to fire Rosario Dawson. It's like, right, okay. Again, like, loads of people were on it. Okay, right, yeah, sure. Sure. So, I don't think the scooper Daniel Richtman is necessarily right. Got something in my eye. God, it's really painful. Right in terms of he actually knows this. I think that this is just an obvious thing. Again, like we got this covered. You know, we got this covered. Come up with just absolute trash the majority of the time. And considering Daniel Richtman is literally we got this covered source the majority of the time, you can take it with a massive grain of salt. But could Rosario Dawson be next? And were they concerned? And has Lucasfilm probably issued a company-wide statement saying, hey, look, you know, maybe watch yourselves now? Because we're changing our policy slightly on how we handle these things and we're clamping down. I don't know. You know, something along those lines. Could they have done that? Yeah, I definitely can believe that they would have done something like that. I don't see why not. I think that makes perfect sense. So let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. I know there'll be some people which absolutely believe the scooper, as is claimed. I don't. I believe that there's the potential that this is right, but I don't believe it to have come from the scooper, if that makes sense. They're very, very hit or miss these days. So, proof's in the pudding, I guess. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.